Well guys, it's late July, middle of winter, Friday night, and little Red and I and the pack of dogs are heading into Sika country for the weekend.
Wild animals.
Oh yes. Some would say we're slightly mad, but we've probably got a couple of hours tramp in front of us by torchlight.
A lot of my girlfriends think I'm slightly strange.
I can't understand why. I mean, this is what normal people do on Friday nights, you know.
I'm missing out.
Absolutely. It's kind of drizzled and been a bit wet all the way up, and yet tomorrow's forecast is good, so we're forever hopeful that the stuff's going to blow away. We'll have a cracker day tomorrow. So how many years have you been rocking that Tatonka?
Since 2013, so
8 years.
yeah,
Fantastic.
it is too. Bloody awesome pack, like really good frame on it. Handles decent loads.
Right, let's roll. Well, it's just after 9. We've probably been going an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, roughly.
Yep, it's amazing still evening. It's kind of really foggy, very heavy mist, but no wind, which is good.
You know what it's looking like? Misty in the morning. That's probably what it's going to be doing.
You never know.
Yeah.
So we've just got the fire starting up and we'll warm up the place.
Let it be known that you are an eternal optimist.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, it's a stunning morning here in Sika country. We're just having our first hot brews, and we'll saddle up, grab our guns, and I'm going to go and try and bush stalk with Annie for the day, and I think little Red's going to go and hunt some tussock country, so it'll be interesting to see who's successful and who's not. But, you couldn't ask for a better one. There's not a breath of wind yet. I'm sure it'll get up, but at the moment, wow. Kawika main range over there, sort of Kiwi saddle over that way. It's looking good. So we're about 20 minutes, half an hour from camp. We're about to split up and try and double our chances for the day. We're really after a meat deer because our freezer's a wee bit empty, and it'd be nice to eat something, so see what we can go and find.
It's the waiting game. Pooch and I have walked in across the tops, and we've hunkered down behind this great big Colliers rock feature. Now we're just looking at these faces down here.
So good that I couldn't help myself but sit here, have a drink, one square meal, and just take in the scenery. You'd think there'd be a deer out here feeding in this scrub country. girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good girl, good girl. Well, there you have it. We've got our meat for the freezer. You wonder for how many thousands of years has man and dog been bloody doing it together, you know, way before thermals. This is basically, she is the caveman's thermal. So I suppose that makes me a caveman. She put me onto that deer in a split second. We had the breeze right, but man, it was tight through this stuff. I could just get glimpses of an ear or a foot or a little bit of movement. And the deer was onto us. It kept sort of peering, looking, but it wasn't really sure. And Annie's pretty good in those situations. She'll just sit there tight and watch. So that's bloody awesome. And I just had to patiently wait it out and hope that I was going to get the shot, which I did. So now we'll do some butchering. And possibly, if I can carry what I want to carry, we'll keep hunting. Good girl, eh? The old K-bar knife is coming into action again. Nice little razor sharp 65 gram knife. Bloody good. Here's the red steel tip of the trip. Carry a piece of cord, make it into a loop like so, thread it through your leg, and all you have to do, hang it up in a tree like that. So here's the second red steel tip of the trip. I want to cool this deer down as quickly as possible, so we're just going to go into the pelvic bone on the right hand side, release the joint, just through those sinews, follow down the bone there. That's just opened that up. And what you've seen me do there is I didn't have to get my fingers anywhere near that joint. So now I go over to this side, do the same thing. And that just takes the heat straight out of there and saves my fingers. So guys, it's just on 11:30. We popped that hind at just before 11. So it didn't take too long. It's now cooled down really, really well. I'm going to put her into the pillow slip, into the backpack, and we've got some fantastic bloody terraces to keep hunting. So we might as well. And I think that's probably the hinds for the day. It'll have to be a stag next for me to pull the trigger again, but I'm sure Annie's keen to keep going. So why wouldn't you on such a glorious day like this? So we'll get into it. the mist has rolled in now, and it's suddenly getting cold. I think we'll bust back out in the open and quietly make our way back to camp. See if we can catch up with Little Red, see if she's had any success today with Black Claw. Hope they have.
Oh, Pooch. That was a wee bit of an unlucky deer, eh? It's been here for a wee while. Hot.
I'm sure they'll put in a big day, so I'll get back up to where we split up this morning and see if there's any sign. Well, it's back to the hut. The dirty old pea soup has rolled in. Can't bloody really see bugger all now. So, quite pleased to have some meat on my back. Text from Little Red. I don't know if she's got anything or not, but she's heading back to the hut as well. Here's a little sign. Oh yeah. Arrow, 1 PM.
Well, it's misted in now, so it's not looking that great. The morning had a lot of promise, and now it's just, there's Pooch up there, it's just becoming whiteout conditions.
It's now about 5 to 3, so she's in front of me by a couple of hours. She might have a brew on, she might have the fire going. Looking forward to all of the above. Alright. 5 minutes off the hut now. It's a good feeling. As long as that cunning Little Red hasn't drunk all the beer, it should be a good afternoon. Nah, she wouldn't. These are a bloody handy bit of kit on daylight today. Get you home when you're starting to think about walking around in circles. Right, what's going on here? The Little Red's been monstered by the Black Panther. Yes.
Oh, it's heavy.
Doesn't look like much hunting's going on this morning.
No. It's nice and warm.
So we've got the bacon going on, the bacon buddies. There's a whiteout outside, but we'll see if it blows off with a bit of sun soon. And our other dog is somewhere buried in there in the old 30-year-old Domex sleeping bag. She reckons it's still pretty toasty. It's all good in the hood. On this trip I'm incredibly lucky to be using a new Tatonka Bison 90 litre pack. For years I've used a 90 litre Mac pack, and back in the day that was fantastic. That was kind of like next level comfort. Well, I'd have to say this is my first outing with Bison, and yeah, it's another step up again. It just fits the back beautifully. Admittedly, I haven't got a massive load in it this trip. I've probably only got 10 or 12 kilos of meat, my camera gear, some spare clothing, so not a huge pack. The people at Tatonka were concerned that a 90 litre might be too big for what I do, and they were sort of trying to steer me to a 75, but I was like, nah, I'm the pack horse of the BRB team. And when you're doing, doesn't really matter whether it's a 1-night trip or a 5-night trip. By the time you've got a sleeping bag, tent or a tent fly, all your cooking gear, 90's the only way to go in my opinion. So I'll give you little reviews on it over the next year or two of what I find really good about it, and pros and cons basically. I'm wondering if the designer back in Germany, when they made the bison, whether he or she was a hunter, because they seem to have got it all right as far as pockets and space. It's fantastic. I can get my tripod down the side of it really easily. Buckles, I notice, are a lot smaller than the old pack, so hence it's a little bit lighter overall. But man, the harnesses, yeah, it's something else. So far so good, loving it. It's ticking all the boxes. You'll hear more about this from trips going forward. Right, I better catch little Red. She's got a 65 litre Tatonka that she's been wearing for 8 years and absolutely loves it. So if she didn't, trust me, she wouldn't wear it, because she likes to be comfortable. That hunting chick. I better catch her up because she's leaving me behind.